people wonder, how do I strengthen my lower back? And this is extremely important because your lower back supports your spine, and your spine is your lifeline. So it's extremely important that we take good care of our lower backs so that we can support the training that we put ourselves through every day. And you can train your lower back every day. Some people don't know this, but your lower back is designed to support your spine every day for pretty much all of your waking hours. That's how we're naturally built. So you can train your lower back every day. A couple of ways we train the lower back. Number one, we have static holds, which is midline stabilization. So basically your spine will stay neutral and you'll just be statically supporting your back in those positions. The other way is through actual spinal flexion and extension. So we'll actually be doing exercises where we do reps. For the static holds, I like to do about 30 seconds. You can go longer, just whatever you want, whatever feels right, whatever you think will work best for you. For the exercises where we do reps, I like to do high reps, so like at least 15, 20, 25, 30 reps. Because a lot of the work we do to strengthen our lower backs, without weights by the way, this is without weights, it's very rehabilitative work. So you want to do high reps, light intensity, a lot of volume. So I'll show you some exercises that I like to do. Of course there are a lot more than these, but these are some of my favorites. So here you'll see me demonstrate 4 different arm positions which you can use to vary the difficulty level for a lot of the exercises you'll see here in this video. A few things to keep in mind. You want to imagine yourself being stretched from the top of your head down through your toes. So you'll be in this nice long straight body position. So as you're working on these exercises, you want to focus on feeling it mostly in the muscles of your lower back as well as your spinal erectors, the long muscles that run up and down your spine, as well as your glutes, which are big muscles that support the lower back. And you want to be careful to not hyperextend your lower back. You want to just keep it in a slightly arched neutral position. So when we're holding the bridge position, like you see me doing here, you want to do your best to keep your shoulders, hips, and knees in as straight a line as possible. You should also feel this a bit in your hamstrings as well. So these bridge positions where we only have one foot on the ground are a bit more challenging, and one thing to keep in mind is you want to make sure you keep both hips leveled. So like if your right leg is up, your right hip will tend to want to drop to the floor a bit. You need to make sure you keep that leveled with the other hip. So it's a bit hard to see here in this next clip, but I'm only touching the floor with my shoulders and heels besides my head and arms. So in these elevated bridge exercises, you obviously don't need to use a plyometric box like what I'm using here. You could also use a chair or a bench. You could do it on the stairs, or you could use any other similar object like that. So when you're holding the reverse plank exercise, you want to do your best to keep your shoulders, hips, knees, and heels all in a long straight line. Another thing to keep in mind as you're holding these positions is to keep your shoulders stabilized by forcing your shoulders down and back so they don't shrug up towards your ears. So in these first few standing horizontal holds, you want to make sure that you hinge at your hip joint so that your lower back remains neutral, it doesn't round, as well as keep a slight bend in your knees. This variation here, you have your knees straight, which makes it a little more challenging, as well as here in the straddle. And you want to do your best to keep your arms straight up right next to your ears. So there's the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful in helping you learn some more exercises that you can do to add to your fitness journey as you strengthen your lower back and as you improve all the areas of your life. Let me know if there's any other questions you might have or if there's anything else you'd like to see. I wish you the best, and remember, you have a choice. Choose to be fit.